still got your phone in your pocket, or did you leave it in the car?
I left it back at the upstairs.
Yeah, good. Sure you did.
I don't want to get caught again.
Yeah, right. That was a lot of fun just to do that. And, I was just wanted to show the telestra.
My wife enjoyed it.
Did she? Right. Good. So, we had doubles yesterday. Had a great day. Guys are pushing through. A little banged up going into number 10, and which is par for the course. I think you're always a little banged up at this point, but a lot of guys are working through it, and we'll go from there.
Two guys we saw in practicing. What's the extent of those injuries?
Who are those two guys?
Artie and Chris James.
Well, Chris just tweaked something last night. I won't talk about the injuries, but they're both, they're both day to day, and they'll be, nothing major.
No injuries right now that you expect to extend into the season?
No. If we saw something like that, we'd mention it, but Jared's the only one in that boat.
In general, how do you balance, making sure guys don't get too banged up during camp, but getting the work in that you need to?
I don't know, is there a balance? You got to practice. You can't stop practicing. So it's all part of doubles. I mean, it's the grind, and you try to take care of them. You got to know who they are and what their injuries are. And, our trainers and our strength coaches do a good job at kind of keeping, again, a lot of things are preventative. We held Freeze out for a couple of days. He's been practicing good, and he tweaked something, and you just kind of, hey, I've seen enough for a couple of days. Let's not let it get worse. So you got to maintain it. We're trying to get our guys in the cold tubs, and I feel pretty good where we are going into 10.
You have 4 two-a-days scheduled.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot less than what it was back in the day. Is that?
Yeah, we used to have triples back in the day, I think. But
is that a good sign, or is that a good tendency?
I think people are going away from them. I don't know. Sometimes it's just wearing your guys out. But there's a lot of teaching to do too. So we'll just look at those, and we'll go as we. I think 4 is a lot too. So.
I know you're looking to find depth at the star linebacker position. Is Cabrera an option there in addition to Mike and Money? Can he really play all 3? He
can play all 3 of them mentally. I don't know if he's physically suited to do all 3. 2 for sure. But I'd feel comfortable because I trust him to be able to go out there and do that thing. And we'll do things defensively that he does well from that position. So, we got a transfer in here, Matt Steinbach, who's doing a great job. At that position already. He was a guy that came in as a safety, played at Bucknell, as you guys know, and moved in there. So he's been getting reps as well, which was good. That's why you hold Freeze out a little bit, you get to see more of what the other guys do. That's all part of managing your positions.
How did O'Neal look at that?
He's looked really good so far. So we're happy with where he is, and obviously he's a lot bigger, and he's done a nice job in there.
Do you have anybody else who can play all 3 spots, or is Mike maybe the only one that you would look at doing that?
Mike, I think Bam probably could as well. That might be it at this point.
Wanting to find depth at outside linebacker, do your new young guys play into that at all?
They could. I mean, Anthony Key's been out to the to the field as well in the star position, and Sling Brightwell showed some promise as well as into the boundary. So they're freshmen too, though, so there's going to be the ups and downs. And one day they go wow, and the next day they hit the wall mentally. So it's an up and down yo-yo type effect.
There's still a lot of learning they have to do.
Oh yeah, they'll be learning for the next 3 years.
Is this the point in camp where freshmen maybe start to hit a little bit of a wall?
No doubt about it.
How do you get them through that?
Just have a little extra meeting with them, hold them after meetings, and it's more of a mental thing than it is a physical thing. I mean, some will start to struggle and go, oh, wasn't like this in high school. This is hard. But some guys can push through that. So, it's just caring for them, I guess.
Is there also an element of guys are starting to maybe figure out, I'm probably not going to play, or it's not looking?
You know what? We'll get to that point in camp without a question. And I think that, who knows what they're thinking back in their dorm room, at midnight when they're laying in bed. So I'm sure that plays a part as well.
Have you identified any freshmen that definitely will play this year?
Yeah.
And?
I'll leave it right at that. How about that?